Ladders rise, the crowd's war cry. Power bombs, necks collide. Suffering fuels the warrior's pride. Revolution X, watching pain ignite. Judging chaos, screaming through the fight. Blood on the mat.
Nate, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Give us a few. We are setting up for our wrestling review. Bring people on at the end of the show. Welcome in, buddy.
Revolution X craves more. Chair swing, skulls collide, ropes burn as giants collide. Submission holds, arms snap, twisting fate in a brutal trap. Revolution X, judges of despair. Wrestling's torment, we rip and tear. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
Just making sure. Okay. Just making sure audio is good. Thank you. New system. Who dis? It's fine.
Blood on the mat, chaos reigns.
Chaos
We reveal the
reigns.
carnage, the glory, the
The glory, the pain.
every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den. It is Friday night, so you know what that means. It's time for another edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review. I'm Buddha Fire. That's MJ Hat. We are Revolution X, and man, we got some interesting
Yeah, I
shit this
know.
week.
I know. I've got to fix some buttons on my stream deck. I've just got to tell you. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Guys, we're trying something new this week. So I want to make sure we got sound. Please let us know if there are any sound issues throughout any point in this stream, okay? It is very important because we're testing a new system. Buddha should no longer go blurry on us.
Should not.
Like that's the goal here. We had some blurry cameras, Leslie. We can see Buddha. Can you hear both of us?
We can see Buddha. Can you hear?
Not you, Buddha.
Both of us.
Let the audience
Testing,
check.
testing, 1, 2.
Not you, Buddha. Let the audience check. Testing, 1, 2.
Okay, we're good. Well, I told you I was going to
Awesome.
check. So.
Glad to hear it.
All
Yeah,
right.
Still yet. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
I'm
Let's get
getting
into
chat.
this. So
I don't
Huh?
think-
you're
Yeah,
what?
I'm not getting chat.
You should be. I shared chat. I see chat on your channel.
Oh,
So,
if I do this,
Chat's on your screen.
It stops the chat.
What are you
Why?
doing? Well, don't do anything. Don't do anything. I'm on a 12 stream streak with Buddha Fire. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's been like 3
That's
months. So
awesome.
yeah, let's
When is
go.
my sub. Yeah. That's 3 months in a row. Let's do it. That I've had Buddha pulled up every stream. All right, guys. Let's talk about Raw. Right off the rip. Buddha,
Yo.
how was your feelings on Raw? Did you feel happy with the results from Dallas, Texas, or were you kind of down on it a little bit? Just real talk. What are you
it was
thinking?
okay. It wasn't the greatest show in the world. Like Raw last week was beautifully done, and I felt like they took a step backwards this week. So
Sure, sure, I agree with that. Yeah,
yeah, a
there's
little bit.
definitely
Lord,
was Raw overcooked a little bit. Yeah, Fred, he's right. He's right. Raw was kind of definitely a wee bit out there, if I do say so myself. Sorry, making some final adjustments. I forgot. Let's start the show here. Brock Lesnar kicks off the show. Heyman brings a bunch of cops down with him, some Dallas, Texas popo. Um, Heyman does his normal spiel, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Um, you know, but the crowd's not having any of it. They're dead set into Obafemi. So all you hear from the arena is Oba, Oba. And it's so wonderful. I
there
loved
we
every
go.
second of it.
Moose in the chat with
Um, that's right. That's right, Moose. That's right. See, I got you. I got a brand new vape just for you, my friend. You see this thing? It's so lovely.
That is tiny.
That other one was starting to taste. Yes, but
what you got there? Without you dying on me.
indica.
Oh, we're doing
Indica.
I don't have mine in here. You
So,
know what?
Yep.
You want to play that
Only
game?
took a couple episodes and I was in
I
Oba
got
Mark. Moose.
Cheers,
Hell
everybody.
yes. Hell yes. Yeah, get that vape break in. See, you said do it now. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman. Heyman calls Oba obsessed with Lesnar because he gave up a title. Ooh, damn. Thank you, Misa. He gave up a title shot and instead of I'm sorry, he gave up his title shot to chase the beast. Heyman calls Oba a dummy and a psychotic ex-girlfriend for coming after Brock Lesnar. Says Brock is obsessed with Oba, and it scares him half to death. Okay, that's fair. Heyman says, so I went and I got a restraining order on Obafemi to protect the investment of the match at SummerSlam. He asks Lesnar to adhere to the restraining order because he's a law-abiding citizen. No. You missed a part. Heyman also got a restraining order on Brock Lesnar because Heyman wants him to adhere to it because he's a law-abiding citizen. That was that line.
There we go.
Yeah. So Oba's music hits. He makes his way down to the ring, and the crowd, Oba, Oba. He barrels through the police. Of course, the infamous Paul Heyman is in the ring telling the police officers to do their job and arrest him for violating the restraining order, which went nowhere, by the way. Oba destroys the cops, then grabs a mic and tells Lesnar he used to run this place and now he just runs away. And at SummerSlam, there won't be any place to run. Honestly, this is some of Oba's greatest mic work.
I agree.
I really, really enjoyed this promo, except for the restraining order bit.
Yeah.
That was kind of a little too much for me, but Oba himself, his mic work has gotten so much better in the past 6 months. Since Mania, since the build up to Mania. Don't you agree?
I do agree. I think that you're right. This has probably been the best storyline we've had for 6 months, and they gave it a gap of what, right about a month, right?
Yeah, give or take, plus or minus a couple weeks. Thank you for the lurk, Mufasa. I appreciate you, buddy. Let's see here. We get a vignette of the Shield for the Rollins versus Reigns match. I miss those days. The good old Shield.
Oh, yes.
Too bad they didn't show any John Moxley. I mean, Dean Ambrose. Very little. what they could get away with not showing.
Yeah.
Match number 1 was a singles match. It was Io Sky, the genius of the sky, taking on La Rula, Roxanne Perez.
All right, hold that thought. C says the
Io
hydrate. Cheers, buddy.
I was ready for you, C. Okay. Io controlled the greatest majority of the start of this match until Liv Morgan got involved and distracted Sky, allowing Perez to take over on offensive. Roxanne keeps up for a little bit before Io gets the knees up when Perez attempted the springboard moonsault. Oh my God. I'm sorry, it's Perez. Why did I say Raquel Rodriguez? It's Roxanne Perez. I don't know where I went with that. Sorry. I'm rough day. I apologize. I need to learn to read. Yeah. Io lands a huge kick, then goes for the finish, but Liv and Raquel again cause yeah. But Liv and Raquel again cause distraction. Roxanne tries to take advantage, but Io counters into a roll-up of her own and gets the victory. After the match, the Judgment Day take it to Io. So Ruka comes out to make the save. She clears the ring, but Raquel catches her outside and sends her into the barricade. Io is distracted by this, and Liv hits Oblivion in the center of the ring. As Raquel and Roxanne hold Io up, Liv hits her with the title to finish the segment. This match, Buddha, what are your thoughts?
The match was okay. Wasn't the best in the world, but it was a good match. Roxanne, I swear, every time she gets in the ring, she impresses me more and more. Like just her awareness and stuff like that for being such, a young lad, I guess, in there. I think she does a good job. I was actually more impressed with the aftermatch segment where they actually let Judgment Day be at heel group and just destroy Io and Soul.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Okay, what happened there? I didn't do that. I don't know what happened. Figure it out. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I'm cranking up at you.
Yeah.
Don't know what
Not
happened.
sure what's going on there.
Like it's like he's trying to beam up, but it's like there's a disturbance in the force.
It's not my beam up animation, bro. What the fuck?
Sorry, guys.
Is that happening in my NVIDIA broadcast?
Oh, I'm sure it probably is. Oh.
It is. Oh no. Oh no. Is that my camera for real? Okay. Just a second. I'm gonna have to figure this out. So give me just a second, guys. Again, I apologize. I don't know why my camera all of a sudden went wonky.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take over. That way you can work. Okay.
I'm fixing it.
No problem. Let's get back into it, guys. They recap the Jimmy Uso Royce Keith segment from SmackDown, and then the aftermath, where Jacob told Solo to show up on Raw. The Vision make their way out to the ring, and we go to a commercial. Logan Paul starts by saying, "Give it up for your new tag champs," talking about Braun Breaker and Austin Theory. He introduces Maxine and gives her a mic. Alpha Academy walk down the ramp and want to know what's going on. Tozawa asks her if they can talk. Maxine asks the Vision to leave, and they actually do so. They laugh about it and hesitate for a second, but they actually do leave. Tozawa asks Maxine what she is doing because it isn't her. Maxine says they gave her a choice and she wants to be with Austin. Otis says he told her about Theory and Theory is bad news. Maxine is trying to cover for Theory. Otis says he knows her and has known her for a long time and he has something to say to her. Vision are laughing about this though, and Theory asks Otis if he's confessing his love to her. He tells Otis that people like you don't end up with people like her. Tells him that Maxine is now with him and starts calling Otis names. No, Otis throws Theory into the ring, into the ring. Sure. And an all-out Raw breaks out. Otis ends up getting the upper hand, then goes after Theory, only for Maxine to stop it. Theory then low blows Otis as Maxine's like leaning in for a kiss there. and he gets obliterated by a spear from Breaker. Maxine then hands Austin Theory some brass knuckles, and he destroys Otis with them. He then sets Otis up for the Breaker can hit the super spear, and the Vision celebrate in the ring to end the segment.
Honestly, it was a really good segment, bro.
Are you going to stay Avatar the rest of the show?
No, I'm working on it. It's temporary.
It's kind of.
It was a really good segment, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did something I've been working on. I really thought that it, and I think I just fixed it. Go figure. I really thought that it went very well. I just had to unplug and replug in, but at least I was prepared. Yep. At least I was prepared, chat. See, we can do things on the fly. We can do things on the fly because we're fucking pros. Pro streamer.
Well, would you like to take back over?
I would.
Okay.
That was honestly anything. How far did you get? I'm sorry.
I'm at breaking news.
That was okay. Breaking news. Survivor Series War Games in Houston. I don't really think that's breaking news. I think we knew that, guys.
It came out on Monday.
Yeah. They play a vignette of the competitors of the gauntlet match for the #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Championship, one person at a time. It honestly was a good vignette. So not at all disappointed with that. During the commercial break, Big Jim and Royce Keys are getting into it, and security breaks it up. Adam Pearce comes out and says since they didn't get enough on Friday, they can finish it tonight, and makes it official, leading us into match number 2. Match number 2 was Royce Keys taking on Big Jim Uso. Big Jim, Jimmy, yeet. Keys has the upper hand to start the match, but Jimmy gets the upper hand quickly. And Samoan dropped Royce onto the announce table, leading us into another commercial break. This is a commercial.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little burnout.
Hence why I put him in this time.
From the commercial. Mm-hmm. And Royce has control, and they show Jacob entering the arena. He comes straight out and causes a DQ, going right after Keys. Jacob sets Keys in the corner with a chair around his neck and goes for the splash. Yeet, that's right. But Solo stops it, man, and says he's coming home to the family. They all pose, do the whole
acknowledge me
bit, and then Solo actually turns and spikes Jimmy, gets the upper hand on Jacob. Royce Keys comes back in, but is put down by Jacob. Solo and Royce are getting their asses handed to them when LA Knight comes out and makes the save. Knight tells Jacob and Jimmy that he's done with the games and challenges them to a 6-man tag match at SummerSlam. This could have been a Saturday night main event thing. Would have been good. Then you had a week to build a week or two to build another story, and then we could have done something else with them at SummerSlam. But instead, you threw 6 guys into this one match. You have 2 cards to fill that weekend.
Point in case.
This is a lot of talent. This is a lot of talent to put in one match. Just saying.
Maybe a lot.
What did you think of the segment?
Spot,
Sure.
I mean,
no argument.
Like you said, they have to fill up 2 cards, which are probably going to be 5-6 matches apiece, maybe.
No doubt.
If we're lucky.
No doubt.
But speaking of Saturday night's main event, it's only a 4-match card, which is good for a 2-hour show. And that's all Saturday night main event is a 2-hour show.
I don't know, Dark Tree in chat for the podcast audience says will be a squash match at best. I don't know. I kind of feel like that it'll be the beginnings of the War Games setup. So
it's a good possibility.
We'll add 2 tag teams to it. So just say. Backstage segment with the Vision. Heyman congratulates them and tells them they done great. Theory asks if they are back together, and Heyman asks what the hell do they need him for, and he walks away. Bum bum bum.
Oh no, that
Heyman washed. Yeah. Heyman washing his hand of the Vision. Like,
I believe he could be. Exactly,
thank you,
Dark
Dragon.
Tree could be. Right.
So I don't much care for that. I think it's unfortunate. I really like Paul Heyman. I like all the segments Paul Heyman's got, but it seems to me that his attention is now on the Beast. So Seth Rollins is no longer the Vision leader, right?
Right.
I want to talk about Braun Breaker for a second before
Okay.
we continue on. I wanted to make it a point here. A year ago, Braun Breaker, to this day, actually, a year ago, Braun Breaker was the de facto leader of the Vision heading into SummerSlam
Yes.
because Seth Rollins was out with a quote unquote ankle injury that was fake. He ended up cashing in his money in the bank at SummerSlam last year to beat CM Punk
Mm-hmm.
for the world heavyweight title.
Yep.
Braun Breaker, where he's at now, it's so unfortunate. And I feel like I'm quoting Wrestle Talk a little bit here. Shout out Wrestle Talk. I think they said it best, man. The title of their podcast this week was Breaking Bad with 2Ks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that just to play on words. Braun Breaker deserved better.
Right.
He is now mid card. He's nowhere in the main event picture. And by the time he was almost ready to, when he got hurt before Mania, because of that, Obafemi kind of took his spot.
That he did.
And I'm gonna stand on that. It's as unfortunate as it is. Braun Breaker was one hell of a guy, one hell of a wrestler. But Obafemi is the new thing. Obafemi is going to beat Brock Lesnar. At least that's my opinion. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Right.
But it blows my mind to see Braun Breaker as the Raw Tag Team Champion. Half of him not even on screen. He is the fourth most interesting person in his 4-man group. And yes, I'm including Maxime Dupree. That's a shame. Book him better, Trips. Please. He deserves more. All right. Sorry. That was my spiel. Well, what do you mean you're still watching Raw? SmackDown just happened, bro. What are you doing here? If you don't want spoilers, what are you doing, Step Bro? Dark Tree, you're right. It is terrible booking. Agonor says I'm still watching Raw. I'm married. Good point. Understand them. We get a Hell in a Cell vignette. Backstage segment with Adam Pearce and Obafemi says the cops and everything was just mind games. Oba said he knew that if he thought that was good, wait to see what he does to Brock SummerSlam in the cell. They're hyping this. They're hyping this up so hard. I'm so ready for Brock and Oba in the cell. It had better be a 5-star match, at least 4.5. At least a 4.5. I digress. Before I move forward, you want to add anything to that segment?
No, I mean it was just a short, sweet, to the point. You know, he basically said what he needed to say, and that was he was going to take care of Brock at SummerSlam. So, easy little segment there.
Agonor with a question in chat says, side point, do you not think it was originally supposed to be Seth and his Vision versus Roman and his bloodline?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, Agonor.
I agree. And all the injuries fucked that up.
Yeah.
Just flat out.
For it to be 5-star, Brock has to do more than just F5s, Dark Tree says.
Agreed. And more than Germans, too.
Yeah. Like, more than 3 to 4 moves and then try to be done with the match. Like, if they're going to have Hell in a Cell, I want to see blood. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I want to see blood.
If you're not, just in case, because I like to do this at least once per show, if you're not following Buddha, please do. He is my tag team partner, and we do impressing the hell out of me. That's right.
Follow them right now. Because they are
Thank-
awesome.
Thank you, Moose. Thank you. You guys can find his channel by either clicking on the link in chat or the heart at the top of the chat, or at the bottom down there. There's a button just beneath me. It's got his name. It's highlighted in the title. Just click that and click follow, please.
And to
Give
make
the
this
man
really
some love.
fast, if you're on my stream watching this, everything he just said, ditto, just in his name.
Yep. We do that. We do that. Okay. Back to the show. Bailey is in the ring and calls Lyra out. Lyra comes out looking homeless. Somebody today, I think it might have been Moose, referred to her as a crackhead. She looked like a crackhead.
She really
and
did.
I'm inclined to agree. The homeless crackhead look is not for Lyra Valkyria. Bailey asked Lyra if she was going to say anything or if she was even going to look at her. Bailey thought she would bring Lyra out to apologize, and Lyra says, "I don't think so." Lyra looks Bailey in the eye and says, "Everything I have ever made you feel good about, I will lie." Huh?
Thanks for the follow.
Yep. Calls Bailey a doormat and says she drags down every single person she works with. She says she was the worst of the 4 horsewomen. Bailey says she made a mistake bringing her out there. Bailey also says she is a Grand Slam champion, a Royal Rumble winner, and she is going to add beating her ass at Madison Square Garden at Saturday night's main event to her list of accomplishments. Lyra tries to sneak attack, but Bailey gets the upper hand. Lyra gains control and then destroys Bailey with a Bailey to Bailey. Ooh. Listen, I don't like what they've done with her makeup and her clothes and the way they've made her look, but this is a good thing for Lyra. She needs the heel experience. There's nothing wrong with the storyline, but I think Lyra herself absolutely needs this. It'll boost her career. That being said, Bailey's kind of hit her peak, right? Like she said it herself. She's a Royal Rumble winner. She's a Grand Slam champion. There are people that will never ever accomplish that were so close, like Sheamus. Sheamus is a prime example.
Right.
Never was he main event material, but he was at the top of the mid card, right? I feel the same way with Bailey.
Okay.
What do you think?
Actually, what I think is a question to you. What does Lyra really gain out of this? The fact of
What
beating
does she
Bailey?
gain?
The fact of beating Bailey?
The heel
Woohoo!
experience.
Right.
She's
But,
not
like,
been a heel yet.
Is that going to turn into something that goes deeper, like within a story? Or is this turn, quote unquote, just for this specific match and be done with? Like, is this a one-off, or is this an actual character rebuild?
I hope it develops into a character. I hope it develops into a character. If it's a one-off, that fucking sucks.
Right.
Because what Moose is saying in chat is 1,000% right. And it's right in the center of the screen. It's right here, guys. If you know. Moose says,
that way.
Nothing in my mind. I think it's a bad call. I think it hurts her, to be honest, unless it develops into something longer. Agonor says, I'll have an opinion on SmackDown in 4 hours, but you'll likely be weighed since done. Oh, yeah, Agonor, we will. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, dude. We try to go. We'll make sure you watch tomorrow and catch us tomorrow evening then, because we will be doing, after Saturday night main event, we will be live again with our results and review of that as well.
Yes.
But we haven't even made it to SmackDown yet. We're getting there. I'm going a little slow, and that's my fault. I had camera issues. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Judge him like a book.
They hype up Unreal Season 3 with a segment from John Cena's episode, which, just so you know, next Friday, I think Friday is what we decided on, we will be trying to watch some of Unreal Season 3 in the Doobie Den, in the watch party room. You guys are welcome to join us. That's !Discord to get there. that we also take callers at the end of every one of our shows, right?
Mhm.
So we have a stage and we bring viewers on that want to speak. So you're absolutely welcome to do that. That is !stage, and that'll bring you directly to the Rev X stage. So just so you know, I work on Saturdays, so I'll still have to wait. Well, that's unfortunate, Aganor. That's unfortunate. Anyway, that being said, we get Rollins and Reigns Chapter 2 vignette, the breakup. When Seth turned his back on the Shield, Seth says hardest decision he ever had to make, but best decision he ever made. Yeah,
Facts.
I'm inclined to agree. Match 3, gauntlet match. This one's going to be a little crazy. Thank you for the lizard, Aganor. This one started out Dom Mysterio versus Joe Hendry. Hendry controls the start of the match, which eventually ends up outside where Dom takes control, throwing Hendry into the steel steps. Mysterio stays on offense for a hot minute till Hendry counters with a tornado DDT into a stalling suplex. Hendry sets up for the finish, but JD McDonough causes a distraction, allowing Dom to hit the 619 and the frog splash for a legitimate, hear what I said there, legitimate win over Joe Hendry. That leads us into Javon Evans' music hits. Comes out, Dom Mysterio. We're back from commercial break, and JD has already attacked Javon Evans. Evans makes his way into the ring, and Javon goes on an offensive flurry. JD on the apron causes a distraction again, and Dom hits the 619. As he goes up for the Frog Splash, though, Danhausen shows up and distracts Dom, allowing Evans to hit the OG cutter to eliminate Mysterio. And then music hits. Royce and Jimmy right now. Yeah, we're past that part. We're way past that part. Sorry for the spoilers, brother. Sorry. Thank you for being here, but sorry for the spoilers. Let's see. Next up, we have Dragon Lee enters the ring. Dragon Lee hits some quick moves and a dive to the outside as we go to commercial. Fucking commercials.
Oh no.
Back from
There's
commercial.
a commercial in every fucking match in this.
Yes, there is.
So
Back from commercial, and these two are going move for move, counter for counter. Evans counters Dragon's powerbomb attempt into a roll-up for the 3. Javon Evans has now eliminated 2 competitors. Rusev is the next one to come out. Rusev, as Evans is waiting and showing respect to Lee, Rusev attacks from behind and hits some powerful offense before another commercial hits. As we come back from the commercial break, Javon tries to get some offense in, but Rusev's power continues to be too much for Evans. Rusev locks in the accolade, but Evans is able to make it out. Rusev blocks the OG cutter and locks another accolade back in to put Evans to sleep. But then he would not let go. He wouldn't let go. Chad Gable's music hits. He's the next competitor. We're down to Rusev and Chad Gable now, right? Gable comes in strong and is doing great till Rusev catches him off the top rope and hits a side suplex to take us into yet another commercial. Rusev gets in a little bit of offense and locks in the accolade, but Gable breaks free and hits German suplex onto the top turnbuckle, ow, followed by a victory roll for the win. Rusev, however, so pissed off, locks in another accolade as Ethan Page's music hits, right? Rusev eventually lets go and gets out of the ring, and they pass now. And as Rusev is passing Ethan Page, he hits, Ethan Page. He hits Ethan Page in the chest and says, "Go get him. You do it. You kill him." All that bullshit. Honestly, too much. They're not friends. They're pretending well. Page takes advantage of the damage Rusev had already done to Gable to get a couple of 1-2 oohs. Gable is selling the back, and Page is staying on the offense for most of the match. Gable starts to make a comeback, but Page hits a code breaker to stop his momentum. Gable with an angle slam on Page, 1-2 ooh. Then Gable locks in the ankle lock, and Page eventually taps out. Chad Gable is going to SummerSlam to take on Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. Penta comes out to shake Gable's hand, and Gable celebrates with the crowd. Buddha, this was a huge match. There's like 7 matches in here.
Mm-hmm.
Start wherever you want to start, my brother.
Well, I mean, you had a couple of quick matches, okay? Like the Evans Dragon Lee was really quick. The Evans Rusev was actually pretty fast. But like
Yeah.
every match was solid. There wasn't a disappointment match in that. The only disappointment of the whole thing is how bad they're booking Joe Hendry. Like everybody was so looking forward to him when he came up, and they've done nothing with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the same thing with Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace, you haven't even seen her in months. Granted, she's been rehabilitating an injury, but like she's ready to come back, and they've got nothing for her. She is a powerhouse. Right. She could have any title she wanted and have a dominant run with it if they booked her right. I would book her.
Wasn't she on SmackDown?
Yes. So could possibly see her in this tournament that we'll talk about here in just a few minutes. That's a possibility. I don't know. Continue on.
Oh boy.
She was great in TNA, Bowden. Great in TNA.
Yeah, 100% Bowden. She was. She is being underutilized 1,000%. So I really I hope they add her to this ladder fiasco that they're doing. That would be fantastic. They probably won't, but I hope they do. It would be nice to see Jordan Grace get some recognition.
Agreed.
We get a recap of the CM Punk Cody Rhodes segment from Friday, setting up the title match at SummerSlam. We've got more to talk about on that too. And backstage, Roman Reigns shows up to the arena. He calls for his belt, which I guess he doesn't take it home with him like he did the other one. I guess he doesn't keep it with him at all. It stays with props, which is weird. That's kind of disrespectful of the title. He should be getting out of the car with the belt.
Agreed.
Just saying. We get Saturday Night Main Event card, which we will be at the end of the show. We will be talking about. I'm going to wait to do that though. We'll talk about the card after. We get the contract signing between Reigns and Rollins. Adam Pearce introduces Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins comes out right afterwards, signs the contract, and tells Roman there are only few certain things in life: death, taxes, and Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns. So go ahead and sign. Roman tells Rollins that he's Reigns' #1 hater, and that's a sad thing, but it's the only thing he is #1 at. Reigns tells him they aren't on the same level. And at SummerSlam, he is going to show Rollins what #1 looks like. And he signs the contract. Rollins says it's official. Reigns asks Rollins what happens if he does win. Is he going to get hurt again? Some people just can't handle the weight of being the top guy around here. And Rollins comes back to the ring because he had left at this point. Says, if you got something to say, just say it. Reigns says he doesn't have to fake an injury in order to become a world champion. He will always be #2. And Rollins gets so frustrated. He gets mad and he attacks Reigns right here. Rollins goes for the stomp and Reigns hits him with the Superman punch. Reigns goes to powerbomb Rollins to the table and Rollins hits Reigns with the mic and then a pedigree followed by the stomp. Seth Rollins stands tall at the end of the episode. Fade to black. Thoughts?
That was a solid ending segment. Like, you couldn't have put together better magic. And those two have some awesome magic together. So, I know not a lot of people are really, really excited about seeing, Rollins Reigns again. But I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. Obviously, we know that Rollins is going to lose. But I can't wait to see the 1-2 ooze that come out of this.
What if he doesn't?
You think they'd actually let him beat Reigns?
Why not?
I swear that's an Oba thing.
Why
man.
not? We'll see. Raw wasn't bad. It wasn't great either. We got another match for SummerSlam, so that's a plus, and another match for Saturday night's main event. So that wraps that up. Good storytelling in the final segment, and pretty sure we called Chad Gable winning the gauntlet.
Which we
Buddha,
did.
what's your number this week for Raw?
I gave Raw 3.5 this week. Like the gauntlet was huge. Like that, it was a good
Mhm.
portion of the show, and all 7 of those guys really put in some good work Monday night.
Okay. Fair. I'm going to agree with that. 3.5. Well, yeah, 3.5. 3.5 is good. We'll take that. Was there any news this week that you wanted to talk about?
No news this week, I don't think.
Then this is the part of the show where we migrate our happy butts over to SmackDown. So, take it away, Buddha.
All right, so SmackDown starts out this week. We open with a CM Punk vignette showing his speech last week and his interaction with Cody, and then the Gunther Nick Aldis interaction, which if you didn't see last Friday night, Gunther destroyed Nick Aldis with, I think, a total of 4 sleepers, right?
Yeah.
And beat the shit out of him in the process. Dark Tree said a 3.5 and also said Drew Mack taking an extended break for second movie. Well, I mean, that's cool. Let him do his thing. If he can be a movie
Agenor.
star, let him be a movie star.
Green Tea, thank you for the lurk. And Agenor actually presented a question to us. What do we think of LA Knight backing up Solo Sikoa?
Again, it's just putting
It's
stars into a
fucking
match.
weird.
It is very weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
But it's it's throwing stars into a match to have a match.
Yeah, it's just so they can get on the card for SummerSlam. They're gonna mosh posh that, and it just give MJ more hats. I have a ton, bro. But I always accept more hats. I love hats.
The only
Thanks,
way
buddy.
Agnor that it makes sense in storyline in story wise is each member of the team that they just threw together has some kind of issue with the bloodline at the current moment. Royce Keys is with Thick and Fatu. LA Knight's got a problem with both the Usos, and Solo's got a problem with both the Usos. So honestly and truthfully, the only way that the story makes sense in that fact is that all 3 of those men have some kind of distinction between the bloodline, and that was a way to throw a match together.
I 100% agree, bro. I 100% agree. And I hate to word it that way, but it's the absolute truth.
Yeah.
So,
Gunther's music hits.
Carry on, sir.
It goes on to spiel about being mistreated by management. I should be champion. This is unacceptable, and I won't stand for it. Adam Pearce comes out and tells Gunther, enough. You should thank Nick Aldis. He saved your job. You hurt Cody. You hurt Nick. If it were up to me, you would be fired. There's a stipulation to the tag match. If Gunther and Sammy win tomorrow at Saturday night's main event, then the SummerSlam title match will be a fatal 4-way between Sami Zayn, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk. Cody comes out. Cody charges and puts Gunther out of the ring, grabs a mic, challenges Gunther to a one-on-one match tonight, and Pearce says it is official. What'd you think of the opening segment of SmackDown?
Honestly, it was pretty good. I am not at all opposed to it. I really enjoyed I don't know. I really enjoyed the opening of this overall. Like it was okay. Could have been better, but it was okay.
To answer Agnor in chat, he says, I mean, maybe, but it's a stretch, maybe more pivoting. The biggest pivot they could do is actually have Solo turn on LA and Royce and actually join back up with the bloodline. Like, that's the only pivot they can really do to make this make any kind of sense.
Well, why not? To go with that, why not? And we're theory crafting here. And then we get LA and Royce trying to build a Survivor Series team.
Could be. Be. That's a good. That's not a bad thing, man. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Carry on.
Oh, I had a pivot. We hear so we hear about Rhea Ripley and her torn meniscus. She can't get back in time for SummerSlam. So what they've decided to do is have a 5-woman ladder match at SummerSlam, and they're going to have matches between this week and next week to determine who goes into that match. So whoever wins that match will become the interim women's champion until Rhea can return. And once she returns, there'll be a match to see who deserves to actually be champion.
I have a question
Shoot.
in regards to the way this is set up. Do they not normally just strip the title?
You know, it's a good way to do it without making Rhea look bad or hurting her vibe. Like she comes back, tells them, "You're just holding my title." I mean, I see where you're coming from too, because like, are we just going to give the belt to somebody and then have her hold it long enough for Rhea to come back in the next month and take it right back? That's pointless.
I think so.
That's pointless.
I think that's what they're going to do with this interim bullshit, though.
Goody. A challenge.
Hey, thanks for the raid. Appreciate that. What's going on, brother? We're reviewing SmackDown. Welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Buddha, carry on, brother.
All right. Well, we get Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax is announced as qualifier for tonight, and we also get Tiffy Stratton and JC Jane announced as well. But this does lead us into match number 1. It was Finn Balor taking on Tala Tonga. The match starts out with Finn trying to work on Tala's vertical base. However, the size differences are very apparent in the early goings.
They are awesome.
After we come back from commercial break,
Right.
Finn is still getting the shit beat out of him, which is to be expected.
Yeah.
Finn does eventually get a little offense in, but it's reversed immediately. Finn goes to the top rope and then gets grabbed for a choke slam that ends up turning into a DDT, and then he eats a big boot for a 1-2-0. Tala goes for the big boot and gets caught up in the ropes and then delivers a kick. Tama Tonga tried to interfere and eats a sling blade, and then a shotgun drop kick to Tala 2 draws later, and Finn Balor gets the victory 1-2-3. What'd you think of that match?
Yep. I love it when Finn Balor does what he does, man. He's awesome.
I agree.
Stephen Randall 30199.
Steven, thank you for the follow, bud. Appreciate that. Welcome in.
Take the con.
I thought this was a good,
it was a good
opening match. I didn't get to see a lot of it. You know, work duty calls, so you catch bits and pieces. But what I got to see the finish, and honestly, true. I kind of hate it for Tala because he's such a big guy. You would expect him to lose to somebody like Finn Balor, but I can honestly, I can see where they go with that as well. So make Finn look strong.
Incoming transmission.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch that so it's not messing with you. So honestly, Finn Balor.
No volume. No volume. Are you muted? Okay, tell me if I'm wrong, guys. I can't hear him. Can you all hear him? Nothing. Okay, Aspie says she can't hear you on in the chat, so I don't know what you done, but nobody can hear you, bro. You can hear both? Wonder why I can't hear him then. Okay, Aspie says she's in my chat. She can't hear you. Dark Tree says he's in mine and he can't hear you either. Do 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 do. Unmute you in Discord. Okay, I can do that.
That should solve it, if at least
Are you there?
temporarily, till we can figure out what the problem is. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? 1 2.
Testing, testing, testing.
Hello.
What
Hello.
fits?
Can you hear me? He's done something to his ninja. He's had to have. He's had to have.
Testing, testing, 1 2. What the hell is going on?
All right, you
Sorry,
can hear
guys.
me on
Technical
Buddha's, right?
difficulties.
But now I can't hear Buddha. So hold on. Something's awry at Circle K. Buddha, something's wrong, dude. I don't know what's happened on your end, but I'm 5 by
Makes no
5.
sense why I can't hear you.
I'm not getting any Discord sound.
I've got you unmuted. Your volume's all the way up. I can't hear you on either thing.
But stream, you guys can hear me on his channel. Just verifying. I know you can't hear him on mine because I can't hear him.
Go out of this, come back in.
Maybe his Discord crashed. Give him just a second. I do apologize,
No,
guys.
still
We don't
can't hear you.
normally have these kind of issues. What the hell happened? Why are we breaking shit? We're not supposed to be breaking shit. I changed nothing. I changed nothing.
I think my headset might be dying.
That's what's happened here. His headset
There we
died,
go.
people.
No, like
right, let me
meaning it died from the computer. Like it was still on.
Yeah, you sound weird now because you tried something new. Yeah, but it's his headset. If his headset wasn't like disconnecting or whatever it's doing, it wouldn't be a problem.
It like just
I'm showing that I'm broadcasting 5 by 5 on my end.
What the hell does that mean? You're good.
Like, yeah, in
Okay.
all places, Discord and Ninja. I can hear you now. You're coming through Ninja just fine. So change nothing.
All right.
Where were we?
We cut to a CM Punk and Adam Pierce segment. Pierce says, "I'm gonna go talk to." Punk says, "I'm gonna go talk to Cody." Damian Priest walks up and says, "I hope you're still champ after SummerSlam, because if so, I'll be standing here waiting." Punk says that's good, leaves, and Truth rolls up, and Priest asks him if he's been there the whole time, and Truth just kind of looks into space, so to speak. We get a Jade vignette. Nia Jax vignette cuts to JC Jane and Tiffy Stratton about the upcoming matches for tonight, which leads us into match number 2. It was Tiffany Stratton against JC Jane. Fatal Influence attacked Tiffy before the bell rings, which brings out the tag champs to hold her back while the match is going on. They battle their way to the back, and when the bell rings, Tiffy comes out of the gate swinging and starts dominating JC. We come back from the break, and JC Jane is now the one dominating. This goes on for a few minutes, and Tiffy does get the upper hand. Tiffy with the Alabama Slam sets up for the prettiest moonsault ever. JC Jane hits the ropes, suplex off the top, does no good. Miss the rolling encore. Tiffy hits the prettiest moonsault ever. It gets 1, 2, 3, and she is the first person to qualify for the ladder match for the women's championship. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Honestly, it was a really good match. I really love Tiffany Stratton. I think she's an amazing wrestler. I think the things she does is quite fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, I was really excited for the possibility of JC Jane as well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought JC wins the title. This is something I said during the show. JC Jane wins the title, and Fatal Influence wins the tag belts.
Yeah.
And then they dominate the SmackDown roster. Oh, that would have been perfect. Fresh blood.
That would have
But
been.
no, that's not what we did. That's not what we did. So, yeah, you're right, Aspie. It does always break when we try something new. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Buddha, I think you're on your boom mic as well.
I am on the boom mic.
So adjust it how you need to adjust it, please. Agonor says, yeah, not there yet, in my opinion. I agree, but it would have been nice to have something different, I guess is what I'm trying to say,
Something
Agonor.
new, something
It,
fresh. Yeah.
yeah, it necessarily, maybe not them, right? As long as it's not Jade Cargill and the baddies, I'm happy. Okay. Just
That's a
real
ditto.
talk.
That's a ditto.
Just
All right,
no.
let's get back to it. Baron Corbin vignette talks about how he's better than everyone, especially Trick Williams. So that cuts
Yeah.
us to a Trick Williams interview. Calls Corbin a bald-headed bitch. My title has more hair than you. Carmelo walks up. You're not better than me. Trick says, "Pull out your notebook and write down. Shut up when grown folks are talking."
Basically.
That line kills me. Shut up when grown
Shut
folks
up
are
when grown
talking.
folk talking. It's funny as hell.
Go ahead.
I'm not a Trick Williams fan at all, but I don't like what he's done to the title. Okay. That absolutely irks the crap out of me. Why does the U.S. Championship need fur? It's unique. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But fur.
Very unique.
You just made the list. No. Madrox. Ha.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Anyway, carry on. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I know. I'll fix it. Go ahead.
Let's see. We get an Oba Brock vignette. Leads us into match number 3, which was Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. So this started out just like you expected it would. These two would have went toe to toe, but Charlotte Flair comes out and attacks Jade Cargill and company. Therefore, Jade Cargill advances. Nia then gets pissed off and attacks Charlotte and leaves. Then Jade drops Jaded on Charlotte for the closing of the match. This really, this wasn't even worth really writing about.
Yeah, it wasn't at all, but we had to because it was in the show. Basically, Jade got a free pass into this fucking match.
Yes.
And now Nia Jax gets a second shot. Oh, just
Damn.
Yeah.
not worth it.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
So we go to commercial break after that. When we come back from commercial break, Nia and Lash are talking to Adam Pearce in the back. Next week, Nia versus Charlotte for a spot in the ladder match. Why Nia gets another shot, I'll never understand. But hey, we'll see what happens. Match number 4 on the evening was Fraxium taking on the War Raiders. Eric and Ivar pretty much dominated the opening of this match. Fraxium came back during this match, and honestly, these 4 men put on a barn burner. Eric and Ivar can move like no other big man I've ever seen. We've seen 450s, we've seen Phoenix Splashes, we've seen all kinds of flippity doodas. However, at the end of the day, Ragnarok and the War Raiders are your victors.
Yeah.
This was honestly probably the surprise match of the night.
Yeah, match of the night, hands down. These men put on a show. Like, if you're in it for the wrestling, this match is the one to watch. Absolutely pleased with all 4 of these men. Kudos to you and the job you do, because you're the guys that are keeping wrestling real. That being said,
Agnor, I would have thought the same thing, and I actually said that before we started watching this match, was that the War Raiders would probably squash this match. I did say that, but this turned out to be one hell of a match between 4 very gifted guys.
4 stars from me on that match. Just seriously. And I'm not Dave Meltzer, right? I'm not going to pretend to be, but I know my wrestling. I've been doing this for 30 some years. 4 stars. I promise you. Give it a chance. It's a good match. Should be squash, sure.
We get an LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa clip from Fanatic Fest where they're talking shit about the Bloodline. We get CM Punk and Cody Rhodes talking in the back. Punk offers to watch Cody's back. Cody says stay in the back. We get another Rollins Reigns vignette for SummerSlam. We get a Danhausen interview asked about JD McDonough, which turned out to be just a funny segment. And then we get into the main event of the evening, guys. It was Cody Rhodes taking on Gunther. Cody attacks Gunther on his way to the ring. We cut the commercial, and when we get back, Gunther is dominating Cody. CM Punk comes out. We get a double lariat, and then both men are down. When we come back from commercials again, these guys were still... What? Still naked, neck, toe
Might
to
have fucked
toe, even footing.
Neck at neck.
It says naked.
Voice to text. I know what it says. It's neck at neck.
They were still neck to neck and toe to
Shut
toe,
up.
even footing. Sami Zayn comes out and attacks CM Punk. Cody dives out on CM Punk. Sami Zayn attacks Cody and disqualification. This breaks down into a 4-man brawl, basically. Security comes out and tries to break up these guys from fighting one another, but 4 people are a lot to control. Honestly, SmackDown wasn't too bad tonight. What are you giving tonight, bro?
Honestly, SmackDown's the best it's been in a couple of weeks. I know what I wrote down. I'm changing that though. I'm gonna go with a 3. Looking back at some of it, like for instance the Jade Cargill bit, I originally wrote down a 3.5, but I'm changing that. Yeah, I got to go with 3.
I'm going to fully agree with you. I was actually hoping to be like in one big shocker. I'm actually going lower than you, but no, I give it a 3 as well. I do not like the fact that they just handed Jade Cargill a ladder match shot. Like I don't think that does anything. No, Agnor. Aldis is not there this week whatsoever. But no, I agree with you. I say a 3 as well. And
I expect him tomorrow night.
Yeah, I do too. All right, speaking of that, guys, we have predictions to do for Saturday night's main event, which is tomorrow night. And if you don't mind, Adam, we'll go ahead and get it started. These matches are in no particular order.
Before we do that, Buddha, we do also normally tend to open up the stage. So if you guys would like to come up and do the predictions with us, we've been doing that recently. So the door is open. Just raise your hand and we'll happily allow you to come up and make these predictions with us. Just that's exclamation point stage. It is pinned to the top of both chats. If no one comes, that's fine too. We do try though. It is a tradition here. Past 3 months, I think we've brought people on the stage to make preds with us. So that's why I say that. Take us away, Buddha. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. If somebody comes, I'll bring them in.
All right. Again, these matches are in no particular order. This is just what we got wrote down. So we're starting off with the undisputed WWE Championship match. CM Punk defends. Sorry, it's a tag team match. I'm sorry. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes taking on Gunther and Sami Zayn. Do you think that they're going to make this a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam?
I do not. I think we get Nick Aldis to interfere tomorrow, costing Gunther and Sami Zayn the match. And I'll tell you why. Because Punk versus Rhodes needs to happen 1v1. Gunther and Zayn can get their respective title shots whenever. We've already hyped this up. They could do this in Saudi, but I feel like Zayn's better for Saudi. So, no, I think that Nick Aldis comes out and at least costs Gunther. Maybe Sammy gets the win and it still becomes a fatal 4-way, but Gunther does not get the pin tomorrow, and Nick Aldis attacks. So I'm going with Rhodes and Punk faces, if you will.
Well, as bad as I hate to say it, we're going to differ because I'm going with Gunther and Zayn. I think you said it. They've already hyped this up, and the fact that they had all 4-man brawl tonight, like that's just making it even more obvious of what's going to happen. I'm saying the heels tomorrow.
Okay. Agenor says, honestly, I think Cody Punk is not the thing either. Fair. You're entitled to that, my friend. And that's why we like getting people on to voice their opinions with us when we do these, because you'd be surprised what people think, and it's nice to get that out there and like get a taste of people's thoughts.
Dark Tree says faces win.
Yeah. Okay. I think Niscott, Sammy, and Gunther, it's the way to go. Agreed. Next up is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. It's Paige and Brie Bella defending their titles against Laney Reed and Fallon Henley. Fatal Influence. Buddha, what are you thinking?
I want a half point on this regardless of what I say. And I'm going to explain both sides of this. What I want to happen is for Laney and Fallon to get those titles. Yes, Fatal Influence. I want them to get the titles. What my gut tells me is that for some reason they're going to keep the titles on Paige and Brie.
Mm-hmm. So your actual prediction is?
Sadly, going to say Paige and Brie, man.
Okay. I'm going Fatal Influence. And I'll tell you why. It's time for Paige to get away from Brie Bella. Please take those belts off them. Please. Keep going.
All right. No disqualification match. Danhausen versus JD McDonough.
Yes, Agenor. We do every time.
I think we agree on this and say Danhausen. No doubt.
Danhausen. Agreed. JD McDonough is not going to be that guy. And the fourth and final match on this card is Bayley taking on Lyra Valkyria. I think Lyra here. I think Lyra is going to definitely be the winner of this match because Bayley's on this massive losing streak, right? She can't win shit. So, or this is the turnaround point for Bayley. Could be. I don't know, but I'm still saying Lyra. What do you got?
I'm saying Lyra. Like,
Okay.
I'll be very surprised if they give it to Bayley after they started trying to work this.
Agenor at the end of every PLE, we go back and we like whoever wins, we keep a tally because we do these preds every time.
Yeah.
So it's part of the fun, right? Like that's part of it. We've done this for a long time. The Rev X Wrestling Review, which is the titles right there. It's been a thing for
a little over a
year and a half.
Yeah.
So
year and a couple months. We've been
doing this a while. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
The only other news
we enjoy this
is for some reason they're promoting Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks being there.
It's a Google Doc. Reach out to me on Discord. We'll talk. I'll hook you up with viewer perms. What was that news? I missed it. Sorry, I was talking to Agenor.
Roman Reigns will be there at Saturday night's main event, along with Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks.
Yeah, that's a people piece. Not really interested in that part of the show. It's cool. Roman Reigns is gonna come out and he's gonna go, acknowledge me. Whoop-de fucking do.
Probably way too many times.
I'm a Roman Reigns guy, but you know, I'd rather have some Danhausen going.
You are cursed.
Just saying. That's just me. Maybe a Seth Roman confrontation, nothing more. Yeah, it's old. You're right, Dark Tree. It is old. I think that's it for us tonight.
Yeah.
We will be live again tomorrow, about 11 p.m. Eastern. As I assume that's when you get home from work, Budo.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit after, just depending on how things go. We kind of started late tonight, and that happens. However, that being said, I am going to send the raid over to our friend Jason V-Neck, who is celebrating his 8-year Twitch affiliate anniversary. So,
Agenor, I'm going to say doubtful.
Can they get? Yeah, I wish, bro. That would be amazing. That would be fantastic. Aspie says, my predictions are Cody Punk, Fatal Influence, Danhausen, and Lyra. Fair. You were right on it. Your predictions are exactly the same as mine, Aspie. Exactly the same as mine. So we'll see how we go, right? I seriously doubt too, but could be money for both. Agreed, but
Agreed.
you know, I don't think they'll spend the money to get him for a night. It's just unfortunate. Guys, let's go say hi to Jason. Buddha, wrap us up.
All right, guys, we want to thank everybody for coming on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate you all. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you. We will be live again, like Hat said, tomorrow night, probably 11:15 Eastern time, with a recap of tomorrow night's Saturday night's main event. So until then, I'm Buddha Fire. That's MJ Hat. Again, we are Revolution X, and we will catch you guys on the flip side later. Peace out.
Stay frosty, guys.